40,000 new licensed agents? Does that mean that around 40,000 people left the company? Yes, this is what I meant when I talked about how the business model is in a constant state of collapse. So how much did the people who could even earn money make? In 2021, the average earnings of a Primerica recruit was $8,410 a year or $700 a month, not including expenses. It cost $99 to join Primerica, plus a monthly fee of $25 for their back office software. So if you stayed in for 1 year, you'd have spent roughly $400 that year. This doesn't even include any policies or financial products you may have purchased from Primerica yourself, or the opportunity cost of your time, or other expenses relating to Primerica like gas, driving to and from the office. This also doesn't include maybe the biggest factor, which is that this average is massively inflated because it takes into account the earnings of the people at the top of the pyramid. If even one of these people was taken out of the equation, that average would be much, much lower. So it's not hard to imagine that most of the people who even made it to the point of earning anything lost money. Ready to go a little deeper down the rabbit hole of mindless motivational babble and toxic positivity? Look no further than Daniel Alonzo.
Frequencies. You should be listening to frequencies often.
What is confidence?
Write this down. Progress equals happiness.
Get out of the lazy business, okay?
All we are is energy.
I wanted to be partying on Friday night.
No mistakes. Only lessons.
Friday night is a great night to party. I want to party on Friday night.
We're not real. All of us.
What are your habits?
It's a different world when you go out on Tuesday night versus Friday night.
Whatever you think about is going to be created in your reality.
Frequencies.
Oh, you're going to go to that Primerica thing on Saturday morning?
Instead of popping that medicine or whatever, go listen to some frequencies. Fuck it, man. I don't give a shit about what anybody thinks about me. I don't care that I'm uneducated. I don't have a college education. Believe in yourself.
Daniel has been in Primerica for a very long time, and he leans into the pseudoscience of the law of attraction and alternative medicine harder than anyone I've seen in Primerica. He also has a YouTube channel where he teaches about business with videos like how to get a new recruit off to a fast start. All new recruits should watch. How to coach a new recruit. Recruiting tips. Recruit to build Show this to your new recruit. How to recruit more people in 2023. Why you struggle with recruiting. How to overcome recruiting How to triple your recruits. How to recruit more How to recruit someone in 6 minutes. Daniel emphasizes recruiting and duplication as the real drivers of success in Primerica, even going as far as saying in one of his Instagram captions, "This is your real job. Recruiting is the answer to all of your business problems."
As a new entrepreneur, your job is to recruit.
A guy told me, "Hey, aren't you a pyramid?" What I asked them is, first of all, do you like pyramids? No, I don't like pyramids. And I say, then we're nothing like a pyramid. Number one, pyramids are illegal.
I love this answer. It's one of my favorite deflections used by MLM recruiters because it implies that just because something is illegal, it doesn't exist. Imagine someone getting pulled over for drunk driving and they tell the cop, "Officer, there's no way I could have been drunk driving. Drunk driving is illegal."
An illegal pyramid scheme. Money is made primarily by recruiting others without any real products or services. All right, that's the difference, okay? The physical product is what makes it legal. You sound really, really uneducated when you say that because nobody ever says that, right? If you actually understand business, you would never say that.
This is wrong. There have been more than 30 companies shut down for being pyramid schemes, and all of them had products. All of them were also considered to be legitimate multi-level marketing companies up until the day they were discovered not to be. I personally believe that every single MLM company that exists today is in fact a pyramid scheme, but political lobbying stops regulators from opening a wider investigation into the industry as a whole, instead choosing to appear to do something about the problem on a case-by-case basis, weeding out individual companies but doing nothing about the root problem. Here to help us understand how Primerica specifically contributes to this political game is William Keep, professor of marketing from the College of New Jersey.
So the first slide I'm showing you here is the percentage of political contributions given by 3 MLM companies, Primerica, Amway, and Melaleuca, relative to 3 well-known leading companies in 3 major industries, Meta, Pfizer, and Goldman Sachs. These are leading firms, MLM companies, in an industry that constitutes less than 1% U.S. retail sales, disproportionately, I think, giving to political candidates and political parties. Here I've added in annual lobbying in these years. The biggest increase we see from the previous slide is with Primerica, clearly leading the MLM companies in terms of the increase due to lobbying.
The way I interpret these graphs is that the MLM companies have a much bigger interest in making sure the government is on their good side than even companies like Meta or Pfizer. Is that how you would interpret this?
Yeah, I agree with that. These are people who think about how they spend their money, and this is how they've decided to spend their money year after year. So they must be getting something that they like as a result.
I know what your mom said. Your mom said that if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is.
But like, it sounds almost too good to be true.
Absolutely. Of course it does.
Is it just pessimism and negativity that is stopping people from doing this?
Yes, 100%. The real thing is all of these older generations, they think it's a pyramid.
What is that?
A pyramid is if, the way a pyramid is, it's quite illegal, actually.
A pyramid scheme.
A pyramid scheme is the top person gets all the money and nobody else gets anywhere.
And people think this is that.
Well, some people do think this is that, of course, because we have RVP and then we have regional leader and we have district leader. But if you think about it, your job has a CEO, then it has a manager, the night manager and day manager, and then it's got supervisors, and then it's got the peons. My dad, for instance, Primerica's a scam. It's a pyramid. It's all these things. No matter what I told the man, he was not listening. You know what? It's okay because I believe in it. I think this is going to change my life. This is going to change my children's lives. And I left him alone. When you get started in something like this, your friends may change. You have to seriously take give it a wash.
And you know what?
Put it back on.
Your head. Brain.
You gotta brainwash yourself into the proper things in life.
Totally.
Don't get me wrong, I learned about insurance and investments and all that crap we talk about, but I learned about who I really am. And I took that and I ran with it. And I just became that better person. Just like anybody who comes here.
And now you see how the mind virus of multi-level marketing can spread. Here's this woman all the way up here in Alberta, Canada, saying the exact same things we've seen said by top leaders in Primerica. And she has been chasing this Primerica dream for 15 years to the detriment of her relationship with her dad and who knows how much money. I don't believe this lady is a bad person. Like Vivian, I believe that she has been so effectively brainwashed that she doesn't even see the layers of deception that are at play here. She believes. So is Primerica a pyramid scheme? According to the FTC, the 4 warning signs of a pyramid scheme are: 1. Promoters make extravagant promises about your earning potential. Stop. These promises are false.
Guess what, Dad? We're gonna be rich.
2. Promoters emphasize recruiting new distributors for your sales network as the real way to make money. Walk away.
As a new entrepreneur, your job is to recruit.
3. Promoters play on your emotions or use high-pressure sales tactics, maybe saying you'll lose the opportunity if you don't act now and discouraging you from taking time to study the company. Leave by the nearest exit.
I might be wealthy as all outdoors next week and don't want to work with you.
4. Distributors buy more products than they want to use or can resell just to stay active in the company or to qualify for bonuses or other rewards. If you see this happening, keep your money.
Let's say all 6 of your people get their own life insurance and the average sell is $84. That's $6,000 in volume that is done within your team, and you haven't even done any training yet.
Throughout this video, we have seen every single one of these boxes checked. So why is Primerica still around and why hasn't anything been done? Unfortunately, the amount of people that actually take the time to report when they've been scammed is insanely low, and I can understand why. The shame can be immense, and most people probably feel like just moving on after it happens to them, or they feel like making their voice heard won't actually do anything. But I can promise you that's not true. The spread of videos like this is proof of that. People want change, and historically, change only happens when enough people make their voices heard. Those of us who have lost money, time, or relationships owe it to ourselves as well as future victims to report these things. Instead of promoting my Patreon or merchandise, I'm going to ask that you take a minute to use either the FTC form or the Canadian Competition Bureau form in the description and report your experience with an MLM company. Whether you were in one and felt you were deceived, or you were prospected and promised financial freedom, or if you have a friend or relative who is or has been in one. Let's spare the next generation from multi-level marketing. And to Gary, Mario, Daniel, and anyone else perpetuating the lie that Primerica is the way to financial freedom, fuck you.